What is up, everybody? Half Baked here, and wow, I am stuffed. I hope everybody had a happy Thanksgiving like I did and got to eat some good food and spend a little bit of time with the family. I know I, for one, ate way too much turkey and sweet potatoes and homemade noodles and rolls and homemade bread, and then you add in all the desserts like pumpkin pie and everything else. And I'm going to be working the rest of this stuff off for, well, the rest of the month. But moving on from the Thanksgiving talk and on to what you normally hear on this channel, today we got a little gameplay of some domination on Interchange. And playing with a couple of my friends, and well, we're doing the usual, which is making some kids rage down the mic. And I just can't get over how much fun I get out of killing somebody and then instantly hear them rage about me being a camper or how much bullshit that was. It's so great. I'm sure people enjoy hearing me rage hard as well, because I've been known to be a rager. But wow, thanks Infinity Ward for adding this to the game, and it might be one of the only reasons I continue to play this game with the connection issues it's had. But for today's domination game, we're rocking the CM901 with sleight of hand, assassin, and dead silence. And once again, we're rocking the specialist package, as I'm sure you've already seen. And the perks we will be picking up with that are sit rep, scavenger, and quick draw. And at this point in the video, I've already picked those up, and I got that all specialist bonus rocking. And now let's let the raging begin. Now, what I like to do now in Interchange, which I used to just absolutely despise playing this map because of all the clutter that's in the middle of it and even on the edges of it. But my main strategy is pretty much the basis for what most people do in most maps, is I get lucky as fuck here to live. But I try to stick to the edges after we get the B flag capped, obviously. And I pretty much just try to pick people off as they funnel through the middle areas trying to get the B flag back. And so I usually just try to work my way and run laps around this map kinda, and go maybe sometimes even through the spawn, but I just like to run laps around the edge here and pick up the scragglers as they try to push towards the B flag. And lately, since I've been playing this map, I've actually been doing pretty well in this map and been getting some of my best games, so I guess I'm kinda learning the sight lines and stuff. And if you stick to the edges, it makes it a pretty easy map. And I mean, it's still kinda hard to see people because they tend to blend in to the design. I don't know what it is about the color scheme or what about this map, but it's hard to see people a lot of times. But this is one of the maps that's been growing on me a little bit. I'm starting to enjoy it more. At least it has some actual flanking routes and you're not super funneled like on some of these other maps. Like Bootleg comes to mind, where it's just all nowhere to really flank or get around behind them if you're spawn trapped. But this map, it seems to be okay. There are a couple different routes you can take around the edges, and this map's actually been growing on me as I seem to be learning the sight lines. And like I said, I've been having some pretty big games on here, and this is one of the better ones I've had. And we have them trapped back here pretty much in that, on the A flag or on the C flag, I mean. And I'm just sitting back here by this truck, and the Marley truck that's always in the Call of Duty games, and I'm sound horning people as they run across the concrete in this building. That's a lot of the reason I like to run Sit Rep Pro and Dead Silence, and it's just because it makes sound horning on this game so easy. Like, if they don't have Dead Silence, then you can clearly hear which direction they're moving, and it's easy just to pick people up. So at this point in the game, I was 22-0 or 23-0, so I'm starting to kind of camp it up and trying to sound whore people in this building and make sure I pick up easy kills because I don't want to blow it. But we got them spawn trapped pretty good here, so it shouldn't be too tough for me to sit here and pick up these easy kills. Now, when we got EMP'd right here, I was like, what the fuck, you're blinding me, screaming at people over the mic. And I see this guy in here and see him throw down his IMS, but I'm not able to pick him up with the spray of these overpowered Akimbo FMG9s. But I wait him out. These two chumps come out the door. I pick up the two-piece, and it's MOAB time. I go to call it in, but what? Fucking EMPs, man. I hate EMPs. The support kill streaks are so ridiculous. Like, the fact that bad players can pick up all these streaks and stuff is just so annoying. You shouldn't get rewarded for being bad. You should get rewarded for being good and playing the objective. I like the fact that they added to the point streaks, but you shouldn't get to die and pick up streaks. That's just a horrible idea in my opinion. It sounds good in theory, but when you actually play the game a lot, it just results in a lot of frustration. And I know they want to make it better for the casual players, but whatever. It's MOAB time as I finally get to call it in as this EMP ends, and we be dropping bombs on them. As that pretty yellow tint covers the screen. It just makes it really hard to see, but it's fun to drop MOABs. So at this point, we got the game pretty locked up. I go jump on the B flag so we can continue spawn trapping these fools, and I don't really see this guy very well, and the noob picks up a pretty easy kill on me, but that's okay. I'm like 30-1 with my MOAB, so I'm happy, and they're getting smacked pretty hard. Now, the reason I was using the CM901 in this game, and it's a weapon that I didn't really like at first in this game, but I heard that if you attach a noob tube or a shotgun, that it would increase the fire rate. And since it's a pretty high damage weapon, I thought it might be something that could be of use and worth checking out. But I didn't have it for this game. I was in the middle of grinding because like I said, I never really liked using this weapon. So this was one of my first games with it, and it proved to be a pretty formidable weapon in this game. So, but once you grind it out, it actually does increase the rate of fire, and you can definitely tell, and it makes it a much better weapon, even though I don't know why a noob tube or a shotgun attachment would increase the fire rate. You know, standard Infinity Ward, it makes no sense, but that's just how it is. It does kind of give you a reason to use this weapon instead of maybe some of the other assault rifles, and I guess it might give it more of a role in the game since you can do this, but overall I think it's still kind of random, and I mean, I think I like some of the other weapons still a lot better, like the ACR and the SCAR for an assault rifle choice. But you guys might want to check it out. I finished this game off 30-2 with my friendly MOAB inbound. And thanks for watching, guys. Maybe rate and leave me a comment. Maybe subscribe if you want. And happy Thanksgiving once again, guys. Peace out.